Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been a minute since I posted a video. Actually, the last video you guys saw, which was me cutting the rear tire compartment, that was actually last year. I haven't been able to make new videos, mostly because the weather here in Michigan, super cold during the winter and the snow, so I don't have a heated garage, so it's pretty hard to work on my car. But I want to do a small recap of what happened to the car, mostly since that video, because I actually took it to the track and I actually got the car dyno tuned. But like a DSM, there were some problems, and those problems are going to get fixed in the upcoming month or months. So I just want to keep you guys up to date and see where the car is at. Of course, from the title of the video, so you guys can see, I got some new wheels for the car. I've been wanting to get these wheels for a long time. These are some Ray's Graham-Lies 57 DRs. I love these wheels, and I found them from a guy in Chicago. So it's mostly like 3 or 4 hours away from where I live, and they're pretty much brand new. Sold them to me with tires, and I got a pretty good deal on them. They're a pretty aggressive setup for my car. So you guys can see they're pretty wide tires, and the wheels too. Specs of the wheels are 18s by 9.5 with plus 30A offset, which doesn't stick out as much from the fender. It's kind of hard to see on this side, but you guys can see it's pretty much on the edge. I did have to get some adjustable ball joints on top so I can actually fix the camber on the car, but I did make a mistake. I didn't notice. So when I put the wheels on, I lowered the car a little bit in the front when I was trying to mess with the look of the car, right? So when I installed the adjustable ball joints, all right, so it's a little bit hard to see, but up here I have my adjustable ball joints, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but there's actually a lot of space. You see how high the control arms are. The ball joint itself doesn't go all the way through. There's still some threads pretty much all the way to here, and it didn't hit my mind at the moment when I did this and I had a car. It was pretty low, like the tire is almost like I could maybe fit my pinky from the tire to the fender. However, I was driving the car and I hit a bump, right? Especially here in Michigan with the bad roads that we have. And as you guys can see, the top nut of the upper ball joint actually hit my strut tower, and it's kind of hard to see, but it did leave a dent and it cracked the paint on the engine bay, which is fine. I can fix it, but still, you know, wish that didn't happen. Same on this side. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's really not that bad. I already raised the car a little bit from the front where I can maybe like 1.5 inches, and it doesn't hit anymore. However, so I'm going to be using a reamer to fix this, which is pretty much almost like a drill bit, but it's tapered because, you know, ball joints are tapered. So I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger so the ball joint actually goes down. Like I should be able to get at least, I would say, 1/2 inch of the ball joint going down, which it will bring my upper control arm down. And hopefully this will never happen again. It shouldn't, but that's one thing I have to fix. Also with the wheels that I have, like I said, it's an aggressive setup. My Brembos, I did have to shave them a little bit here so the spokes wouldn't touch on the inner side. It's not bad. I just got to repaint them. I am running some spacers, just 3mm all around, which helps a lot, especially from clearing the knuckles. So besides that, one of the main problems that I have right now is mostly boost leaks. Like, it's really bad. So I did dyno the car, and it made 466 horsepower and 360 around there 4 pounds of torque. However, when I was dyno tuning the car, I noticed, like, first of all, it was taking forever to boost. Like, this turbo is an FP Black. It should be seeing full boost by at least minimum 5,000 RPM, 55 latest, right? I wasn't seeing full boost all the way to pretty much red line, 7,000, 7,500 RPM. So that pretty much told me that I had a really bad boost leak. So I stopped, but like I said, the car still made 466 and 360 foot-pounds of torque. So I brought it home and I did a boost leak down test, and it was horrible. You guys can see it's leaking from the exhaust manifold. Pretty much from the exhaust manifold to the turbo housing, you guys can see it's just bad. Same thing as the wastegate. It's bad. Also, I don't have a video, but my throttle body that I have, I did get it rebuilt. However, the car will not even hold 2 psi. The spot that was leaking the most, which is common on these cars, is on the throttle shaft. There's 2 seals here, and they tend to leak a lot, especially with this cars being so old. But like I said, I did get it rebuilt, and it was still leaking really bad. So what we kind of figured is the shaft is just bad, you know, so it's not sealing anymore, because it does have new seals, everything. So that needs to get fixed. Besides that, the intercooler piping needs to go. I really have way too many couplers on this car. It leaks here, and I've tried everything, leaks here, and just down here. Something I don't like about it is my intercooler, both outlets are 3-inch, and I'm running 2.5-inch piping, and I literally had to use all these clamps to even try to make it so it wouldn't leak anymore. Over here I just got 2, but like I said, I don't really like this. It's almost like 3 pieces that I have. It's just too many spots where it can leak. So the plan is to do all 3-inch intercooler piping, and I really want to do the vibrant V-vans all around. So I want to have one there, one here, and it'll go here to one up here. And of course down here, the turbo being I think it's 2.25 inch size of the housing that comes out to the pretty much the turbo housing outlet. I'll figure something out there. I might just use the coupler that I have right now, which is just, like I said, it's just like 2.25 to 2.5. I just get one for 3-inch. Besides that, I also noticed I was leaking a little bit from my O-rings on my injectors. I did read a little bit about it, and I noticed only started happening after I changed my fuel rail, which is a JMF fuel rail, and I heard some people having problem. Supposedly it's kind of hard to see, but the spacers right here, they have to get machined down a little bit so it actually clamps more on the seals. So that needs to get fixed. But besides that, the main thing I want to get done to the car is the way it looks. I already told you guys that I was deciding between painting it or wrapping the car, and I'm gonna wrap the car. It's just painting it's too much money, and I really don't have enough time right now to get it painted. So the next videos you guys are gonna be seeing is mostly me prepping the car so I can get it wrapped. I actually wrapped this car before, and my girlfriend's car, and I've gotten a little bit better now. So one of the things I have to prep on the surface of the car is mostly sanding down all of the clear coat. All Mitsubishis from the 90s, they're known for this. Their clear coat really sucks and it peels away. Like here, I had to have this sanded down when I first wrapped it. Still a little bit old wrapped right here. So I really have to sand it down. I do have a few small dents that I need to get fixed. You guys will see all of that in the upcoming videos. I really want to get the car wrapped in probably 4 weeks from now. So keep an eye out for videos. Summer's coming, so I should be able to start making more videos more often now. And hopefully taking the car out to a track and just having fun with it. So small recap on what happened last year and the future plans for the car. So last year, pretty much after the video where I did the rear tire delete, I did a street tune the car a little bit more, and I took it to a track, mostly for tuning and just see where the car was at. First pass I did, it actually went, I think it was between 15 and 16 seconds to the quarter mile, which is, of course, kind of horrible, but I was just trying to get some data. And then pretty much the end of the night, I think the best pass the car did, it was, if I remember, I think it was like low 15s. After that, brought it home, and I still did a little bit more street tuning. So the second time I went to the track, I actually improved a lot, but I was having a problem. I didn't have launch control. It was mostly because my speed sensor wasn't working, and that's what happened pretty much. I had to find some bugs with the car. It was mostly, I had a bad ground with the sensor, so it wasn't grounding, so it wasn't getting any signal. I fixed that, and I finally got some launch control, which helped me a lot. However, like I said, the car had really bad boost leaks, and off the line, it really like 4,000, 5,000, even 6,000 RPM. The car was not building any boost. Like, it was, the most I was seeing is just 1 PSI, 2 PSI, but we still sent it. So the best pass I did that day at the track was actually 12.7 and 117 miles per hour. Now you guys can see it right here. But besides that, that's when I brought it home and did a leak down test, and that's when I noticed pretty much all the leaks that the car had. So pretty much I just didn't push the car anymore, and that's where we're at right now. The plans for the car, like I said, is to get pretty much all the leaks fixed, all of that, fix the wiring, because mostly with these cars being that old, using the original wiring on it, it's kind of showing the edge now with bad grounds. Just the wiring is really bad. So I'll be making a new wire harness from scratch for the car. I'm still deciding if I want to keep ESM Link or if I want to switch to a different ECU. If I do switch to a different ECU, it's probably going to be with Fuel Tech. I really want to get Fuel Tech, the 550 or the 600, whichever benefits me the most. But besides that, that'll probably be something towards the end of the year. This year, I mostly just want to get the car looking good outside and pretty much making the power I want to and trying to get a good pass. So the goal for the car has always been a 10-second street car. That's what I want. I don't want this to be pretty much a full drag car. I still want to keep my interior. But besides that, that's pretty much it for the car. I am going to be uploading more videos now, especially with the weather. It warms up here in Michigan, so keep an eye open for new videos, and I'll try to upload at least twice a month. That's the goal for now. So, and you know, during summer I'll upload a little bit more frequently. So thank you so much for watching the video with me. So if you guys want to, you guys can subscribe, like the video, share it. It always helps out. I'll see you guys in the next video.